Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a question and answer video. I like to do these at least once a month just because it's a way for you guys to get to know me. I have literally tons of new subscribers every single week and I just want you guys to get to know me on a more personal level. So if I didn't answer a question that you have, please leave it below. Like I said, I'm going to try to do this once a month, but I did miss last month, which is unfortunate. But for November, here's the Q&A. So I got a few questions from October because I think October 22nd I had posted that I was going to do a Q&A, finally getting around to doing it. So I'm going to answer the questions that a few people asked on Instagram. I post on my Facebook fan page, I post on my Twitter, and I also post on my Instagram. So those are ways for you guys to connect with me and ask me any questions or just leave it in the description box. And I always check my comments on YouTube, so definitely do that. Also, I want to make mention that lately I've been doing broadcasts on YouNow, and I will have my YouNow link below. Just sign up and become a fan, and then you will be notified when I'm on. Also, I always post on my Facebook fan page and my Twitter, and usually my Instagram them on YouNow. So if you don't follow me on any of my social media, you probably should. That way you guys can get notified if I am actually doing a YouNow live broadcast. I think it's great because I can connect with you guys on a really personal level, doing like a one-on-one question and answer. Basically, you guys can ask me anything on YouNow and I'll answer it and kind of just see me, you know, in my own habitat in my apartment. It's kind of fun, so definitely check out the description box for a link to my YouNow, and I'm sure I'll be doing a lot more broadcasts. I might actually broadcast tonight, which is Friday, maybe after dinner tonight around 8 or 9. I'm not positive, but maybe I will. And if you guys like my makeup, thanks, and you want a tutorial, leave comments below, tell me you want a tutorial, and I totally will do a tutorial on this look. It's definitely kind of bold. Black lipstick is kind of scary, but I feel like I paired it well and it doesn't look so scary. So, alright, so the first question is, where's my questions? Oh, okay. The first question is, when you do end up getting married, what do you imagine your dress to look like, and what color hair would you have? I don't know, I kind of imagine my dress to be like two dresses. Like, I think the whole thing with Adam, me and him have talked about getting married, and I think we're actually just kind of elope. I know it's kind of weird and untraditional, but I think we're going to just get married, and I'm not sure where, if it's going to be a big deal, but I think we're going to get married, save up, and down the road, like maybe a few months later, have like a little party for it. That's like kind of the idea. Kind of like how, this is funny, kind of how like Eva Marie did with her husband. She got like married right at town hall. They just eloped, and then she ended up having a wedding down the road. So I do want to eventually have a wedding, but you know, I don't know. Just ideas in my head, who knows. But as far as dresses, I want two dresses. I would love to do kind of what Eva Marie did. I'd like to have a white dress and then switch into like a black dress or something like that. Like have my like bridal gown and then also have my like party dress. But I don't know if it would be those exact colors, but I definitely like how she did it. And I hope my hair is definitely red for my wedding. I definitely want my red hair because I just love my hair red, and I feel like I'll always look back on my wedding pictures and be like, hell yeah, I have red hair. Okay, second question is, do you get health insurance being a hairstylist? I'm not entirely sure. I do not work in a salon, so I can't answer that question, but I think every salon varies, so you just have to check out your salon to see. But from people that I know that are like owners of their own salons, they obviously just have their own health insurance. They have to pay out of pocket for it. But I think if you're working for somebody, it really just depends on the salon. Would you recommend someone who's been thinking about going to beauty school for 8 years to go? If you've been thinking about it for 8 years, girl, what are you waiting for? For real though, yeah, I think you should definitely go. If it's something that you've been wanting to do for literally 8 years, get to it. Time is ticking. You know, it's only a year program. Well, depending on where you are, it's only a year program. For me, it was only a year. You know, look into it. If it's something you really want to do and you have a huge passion for it, do it. Don't waste your time. And I don't think there's ever an age limit to like going to school, especially for something that's kind of like short. I don't know. Like I said, every place is different, but my area, it's a year program. I feel like it doesn't matter what age you are. If it's something you want to do it. Like, don't let that hold you back. I don't know if you're an older person who asked this question, but don't hold back. If you want to do it, do it. How many kids do you want and what would you name them? Okay, so the kids question. I feel like I've answered this before. Ideally, I'd like to have one boy and one girl, Bentley and Adriana, but I would go to 3, and I don't have like a third baby name, but I definitely want a little boy, and I would definitely name him Bentley James. And if I'm with Adam, Adam picked out James, so Bentley James for sure. I heard you want a dog with Adam. What kind do you want? Well, I really want a French Bulldog, but he doesn't want a dog, so I don't know if it's gonna happen. Yeah, I did talk about getting a dog a while back. I thought about doing it for Christmas, but I feel like, you know, he'd be really upset if I, you know, came home for Christmas with a dog. Like, I don't think he'd be happy about that, and I feel like it would ruin Christmas because it's something he really doesn't want. So I might wait a little bit longer just to see how our finances are and if we could, like, actually afford a dog. Because thinking about a puppy, it sounds so cute and sweet, but at the same time I have to really think about me and Adam's financial situation. We have a lot out right now in credit and stuff, so, you know, for us to go out and buy a dog, it would kind of be a little bit, like, senseless. So I don't think I'm going to do it now. But I do want a French Bulldog, and he thinks they're cute. So I think, you know, within the next year or two, it's definitely a big possibility, you know, depending on, you know, the financial situation. I have student loans I have to pay back, and all that stuff comes first. So, you know, the whole dog thing really did seem like a great idea, but, you know, a dog is expensive, their food, their bills, and all that. So I think we're gonna wait, but definitely a French Bulldog within the next year or two for sure. So how do you handle having problems with a boyfriend's family or vice versa? Well, I mean, this is a really sucky question to answer because it's been about, let me see, June, July, August, September, October, November. It's literally going on 5 months since I spoke to Adam's family last, and I feel like as time's going on, I'm kind of starting to, like, you know, wonder when things are going to get better, you know, when I'm going to talk to them again, because for as long as I'm with Adam, his family is always going to be there. So I would like to eventually get to a nice, you know, mutual place with them. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I definitely am not making, you know, any strides right now because it's just something that, it's something that needs time to, like, heal. A lot of words were said that were wrong, so I feel like for me, it's going to take a while for me just to, like, let it all go. I do go through moments where I feel like I'm over it and I feel like I want to reach out, but then I hesitate because I talked to Adam about it and he's like, I don't think it's the right time. I think you should wait. So it's a really tough situation. How I handle it is I just remember that Adam is Adam, and I know who he is. And at the end of the day, you know, those outside influences really don't affect what we have. Like, me and him have, this is the best way to put it to you guys, me and him have a little bubble of our relationship. There's so many factors that are going to try to influence our relationship, but as long as we remember that it's me and him and that's it, we're fine. Now, I don't want to give the wrong advice. If you have family who doesn't like your boyfriend or fiance or whatever for a good reason, then maybe you should listen to your family, because my ex-boyfriend, my parents absolutely hated, and I didn't listen, and I wish I would have. And then in my situation where my boyfriend's family, I'm not going to say they don't like me, had an issue with me. It was kind of an unfair judgment, and it was just very judgy. It wasn't like I did something horrible and, you know, was the worst thing for Adam. It was like I was being judged. So I really think that you should think about your situation, think about your boyfriend, fiance, whoever he is, and really analyze it. Like, do they not like him for no reason and it's just like they're being judgmental, or do they have a really good reason? So, because if they have a good reason, maybe you should rethink being with them, because your family is looking out for you. And I know in my situation with Adam, his family was just looking out for him. I know that they did it for his best interest, and they only did it to protect him, but they went about it the totally wrong way, if that makes sense. So it's a hard situation when you don't get along with your significant other's family, but you just have to remember that it's you and him. It doesn't matter what anybody else has to say or think, because you guys know who each other are, and that's it. I know that was kind of an in-depth answer, but it's a very trying situation and circumstance to not completely get along with your significant other's family. So I'm trying to give you guys the best advice I possibly can from being in a situation, you know, like this. And it definitely is just a really crappy situation, but you just have to remember that it's just you and your other person, and that's it. So, okay. Last question is, what's your favorite restaurant that you and Adam go to? Our favorite restaurant, we really love Pizza Hut, and I know that's not a restaurant, but we honestly do Pizza Hut pizza every week now. It's like our addiction, stuffed crust pizza all the way. As far as a restaurant, we like the Olive Garden, we like Red Lobster. What else? Friendlies. We kind of like a wide variety of restaurants, so I can't really choose just one. We don't have like an obsession with one place. We definitely like Italian food, so I'd have to go with Olive Garden. Okay guys, so that wraps up my Q&A. Like I said, if you guys have any questions that I didn't answer, leave it below, and in my next Q&A I will be sure to answer them. And if you guys have any requests, leave it below, and until next time, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Mwah!
Before I ramble on, an excuse if I have lipstick on my teeth. I don't know why my battery is down to half, because I thought I charged my battery, and apparently not, so we better get to it. Alright. When you do